Hello again from Götz on my Philippines channel, and as we all know, the Philippines are very Catholic, and there are these 10 commandments from the Bible that are supposed to guide us on the right path. If we follow them, we can secure the blessings of the higher powers that will guarantee us a spot in heaven, or at least that's what I'm banking on. But what happens if these higher powers happen to be your Filipina? Well, then we might need a different strategy to reach paradise with the woman of our dreams. If we knew the 10 Filipina commandments, we could have a happy life with her. But if we don't know them, or worse, ignore them, then hell awaits us. But what are these commandments, you ask? Well, let me just say, they are as important as the user manual for your car. So, welcome to the 10 commandments for all men with a Filipina. First commandment, of course, you shall not have any other Filipina beside me. Makes sense, right? Every Filipina wants to feel like she's at the center of your life and doesn't have to worry about the strengths of your relationship or lurking dangers. You belong to her and she belongs to you. It's that simple. But sometimes it's just not as easy as it sounds. Your Filipina partner will need clear and obvious proof that she's the only woman in your life and the object of your 100% attention and desires. 99% just won't cut it. You'll have to dig deep into your pocket full of compliments and reassuring assurances to stay on the good side of this commandment. Second, you shall not keep pictures of other women on their phone, laptop or other devices. The content of your phone is private and sacred, right? It's your digital playground, a small space that you call your own, where your mind and eyes are free to enjoy whatever you want, without supervision. Well, that's what you think. For a Filipina, it's temporarily unoccupied territory, and much like Attila the Hun, she's determined to annex and take control of this territory. You have no defense when the video of Heidi Klum in a skimpy bikini is discovered, even if you try to explain that Heidi's yoga program is the inspiration you need to stay fit and look good for your partner. No, my friends, the password to your phone is the holy grail, and getting it is the unspoken mission of every confident Filipina. You may think she wants just to cuddle and hold hands at night, but you'd better check if your thumb isn't pressing against your phone to unlock it while you sleep. It's so cute that you think I'm just joking. Third commandment, honor your mother, your father and the whole family, yes, all of them. She probably won't care too much about your relationship with your own parents or family. They are far away on a distant island after all. That's up to you to deal with. And while she may seem strangely indifferent to them, when it comes to her own parents, your best move is to become part of their clan and meet the family's expectations. Yes, you're the foreigner, so there's a chance that financial support may be included. But the most important thing is to make sure you try to get to know her family. I know it can be tough, especially since you come from two different worlds that can be as far apart as heaven and hell. But do things with them, visit their home, find common ground with them. Just don't live too close to them, because an ancient Filipino wisdom says that there should be at least one island, or better yet 2 or 3, between your residence and theirs. 4. You shall not be a false witness against thy neighbor. Better let your Filipina handle that. Everyone knows that it's not nice to talk about people behind their backs, right? It starts rumors and false accusations, and the person you're talking about isn't there to defend themselves. But someone needs to tell the Filipinos that gossiping is the national sport of the Philippines. They call it Christmas, and you can bet your Filipina will be deeply involved in it at every opportunity. Whether it's with friends, family, neighbors or classmates, the conversation topic will inevitably revolve around the latest juicy rumors, including who's sleeping with whom, who just got fired and who has more money than they do. which immediately makes that person the villain who deserves a bit more gossip and innuendo. It's like playing telephone. If you were seen smiling at the cashier in the mall, your Filipina will have heard all about your hot affair in the stockroom, frolicking on stacks of instant noodles that you used as a bed until you got home. But if you were to spread such rumors, you would be seen as an angry, vengeful foreigner. But if a Filipina does it, it's just another Tuesday. Hey guys, just a reminder, adultery is forbidden. It has been since the creation of marriage. And Filipinas have their principles when it comes to this. And if your partner catches you cheating, it's possible that your last thought in life will be your favorite position. And if you think the law is on your side, think again. Here, the law of the strongest applies literally. Adultery is a no-go, especially if you're married to a Filipina. But don't worry, there are other commandments you should follow, like keeping the Sabbath Sunday holy. Because if your Filipina slips out of bed at 3 a.m. to get ready for Christmas Mass, even though you are living together without being married, just relax and smile. That's just how it is here. 7. You shall not covet thy neighbor's Filipina. A good neighborhood is always beneficial. You share news and gardening tips, keeping the atmosphere friendly. But beware, if an attractive woman shows up on the other side of the fence or at a neighborhood gathering, even if your wife invited her, keep your distance. Don't flirt and don't give hugs. All your charm should be reserved for your Filipina. Ignore this law at your own risk. 8. This commandment is simple. You shall not lie. Every word that comes out of your mouth should be the unvarnished truth, no exceptions. Even a small white lie can lead to big problems. If you tell your Filipina that you're going to the ear doctor, but she finds out you also went to the local bar, maybe just to play cards with some old friends, then you're in trouble. Tampo will be the least of your worries. On the other hand, you're expected to overlook small discrepancies when your partner tells you about their day. For example, if they say they need 1,000 pesos for groceries, but you notice they're wearing new shoes that cost 1,000 pesos, the only acceptable response from you is, "Nice shoes, darling." Number 9. As a man, I want to remind you of another important commandment. You shall not tease. Teasing can be a fun and playful way to connect with your girlfriend or wife, but it can also be hurtful and damaging if done in the wrong way. Filipinas in particular can interpret teasing as bullying, so it's important to pay attention to how your words are being received. Teasing can be a way to gently criticize or push someone to change their behavior. But it's important to be clear about your intentions and make sure your Filipina understands that you're not trying to hurt her. Laughing at her mispronunciation of American words may seem harmless, but it can actually make her feel insecure and inhibited in the future. Similarly, teasing about her eating habits or other cultural difference can be counterproductive. If you think that by teasing her you can encourage her to be more adventurous, it can actually have the opposite effect and make her feel insecure and inadequate. So let's all be mindful of our words and actions and strive to build each other up instead of tearing each other down. And number 10, in the Philippines, you gotta be careful when someone asks you for money. The golden rule is simple: don't give any money to another Filipino without getting clearance from your Filipina first. If her sister is in need of cash, that's cool, but it's gonna go through proper channels. And if her sister comes knocking on your door asking for money without going through your Filipina, well, let's just say that's a recipe for disaster. You might be tempted to play the Robin Hood and sneak a back channel loan, but that's like trying to hide in an elevator. Eventually it's gonna come out and you'll be left stinking. The only person you should ever give money to is your Filipina or her trusted peeps. Filipinos can guard your resources better than a dragon hoarding gold and gems. So don't even think about taking a single gold coin from the pile, or you feel the heat of their fiery wrath. Trust me, you don't wanna get burned. Alright folks, these are the 10 commandments of your Filipina, but actually there are a lot more. But let's be honest, we really only need a few commandments to live by. And as a famous American stand-up comedian once said, you shall always be honest and faithful to the provider of thy nuki. And the second law is all about consideration, also known as don't be an asshole. See, Filipinos are pretty reasonable and easy to get along with as long as you play by the rules. And that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, and if you haven't already done, go ahead and smash that like button and check out my other videos too. Bye bye for now. Babush from Cebu.